Alright gang, welcome back to a 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. I didn't do a whole lot of upgrades since the last episode. I don't think we really needed to. We spent a ton of money in the last episode. I mean, a lot. Love the way that our whole field, our little farm area has turned out here. But I did go ahead and put in a actual workshop for us so we can actually fix and repair and change, modify our equipment whenever we need to. So I went ahead and threw that in there. You may remember that I went ahead and turned on soy drink into our production here of our barn. And I was thinking that it would be a pretty quick process. It's not. There's still 10,000 liters of soybeans in there, so it's a very slow process. Now, I have them storing for right now, but really they're only going to go to one sell point. It's going to be that sell point over there. I could put in another sell point, which maybe would, allow some fluctuation of your selling prices, but I don't really think we're going to. I think we're just going to keep the one we have. I don't think we need to. So I think what I'm going to do is switch this to selling instead of storing. There's really no reason for me to pick all these up, carry them over there and sell them if they're just going to sell at one sell point no matter what anyway, right? There's not a change in as price goes. So there's no reason not to. So we're going to put them on selling. I don't know if this will run every hour, at the end of the day. Some things don't run till the end of the day, so I don't know. We'll have to figure that out when we get to 9 o'clock, but I don't think these will sell. I think we'll have to pick these up by hand and go sell these, but in any case, moving forward, anything else or anything that's still in storage inside there that has not populated will sell if it's at 9 or if it's after that. Who knows, but we've got a decent chunk of lettuce here as well. Our wool, we almost have a full pound of wool, so we're doing good there. How are the sheep doing? They have plenty of everything, honestly. We could probably fill them up, touch them up. Yeah, we could put a thing of grass in there. Off camera, I was able to get this piece of grass out of here as well. I basically just had to use a brick and push it. But we got it out. Our canola is looking good. It's probably be ready to harvest next episode, more than likely. So what I want to do today is get our big, massive field drilled here. We'll probably do sorghum. We've got a lot of canola in the fields. A lot of canola. Really a big amount of canola. This is canola, this is canola, and this is canola. This is wheat. This is soybeans. So we'll probably do sorghum here. My idea, remember I told you once this is ready to harvest, we're going to do, I think we're going to do carrots. So I'm going to try carrots first. Doesn't mean we have to buy some equipment, so we need some money to do so. So hopefully this will make us a lot of money, these soybeans, over time. Let's see. Anything else to discuss before we get into this? We need to fertilize the soybean field that we drilled last episode. We're going to mow that field, put it into the silage. I think that's it. Yeah. So let's get into it, gang. Let's jump straight into this. So I'm going to put a worker on this one. We will go put sorghum in. We're going to need to refill this up eventually, but we're going to start up here and just do like the edge line because it's kind of an awkward shape for the worker, I think. And when we get down to the end, we'll throw it on a worker and hopefully it won't get too confused. Now, when the worker gets up here, he is going to get confused. We know that. So when that happens, we'll probably have to take over and we'll complete the drilling at that point. So you'll get to see a little drilling today instead of it just being worker doing it. But this is what I was talking about, this corner here. A little awkward shaped. And that's on purpose. I've talked about it. You won't know yet the reason why it's on purpose, but it is on purpose. So we'll go ahead and throw that on a worker now. We'll let him go up and down this way. Filling out that field until he runs out, and then we'll have to fill him back up. We're going to jump into the case that we purchased. Really love this tractor. And we're going to empty out the lime out of our spreader, and we're going to fill it up with fertilizer so we can go spread that soybean that we did. Now, I could put this on a worker as well, but it shouldn't take too long. I'm just going to load it right here. There we go. It shouldn't take too long. I really need to work on evening out some more of this land, I think. There's a lot of different hills here that's going on. So let's fill it up here, if it'll let me. Perfect. I'm not going to fill it up all the way. You saw kind of what happened with the Fiat. This one seems to be managing it a little bit better, which is kind of weird to me. Looks like it's a smaller tractor in my eyes, but whatever. So I didn't fill it up all the way on purpose because of that reason. But we'll mow this today. It's not that big of a field. It is on a hill, though, so it's going to take a while because of that hill. It's a massive hill. Truly massive. I don't know how wide this is going to be, so we'll have to just kind of zoom ourselves out until we kind of get a good angle. Looks like about there. Might be hitting a little bit in that grass next to us, but that's okay. Eventually, we're hoping to buy that field. So this shouldn't take too long, gang. We're going to go ahead and get this done. We'll throw a little mini time lapse in here. When we're done, we'll be back with you, and we'll start mowing that grass up there. I'll probably do a lot of that off camera. I don't really want to do another episode of me mowing grass. I've done that a lot. I probably will do the forage wagon pickup with it, though. With the time lapse, or just at least talking to you guys one way or the other. Depends on what I got to say, how much I got to talk about. We'll probably do that, but otherwise, I don't know why this is a different color down here. Weird. It's because I don't think it got rolled. That's what it was. I don't think I came back up here and rolled it, did I? That's probably what it was. That looks like it needs sprayed. It does need sprayed. Weird. Okay. We'll have to bring the sprayer up here as well and do that. But anyway, we'll throw a quick mini time-lapse in here. I'll get this done. I'll go get the sprayer as well, and we'll spray that little portion there. I don't know why that was weeded up, but it is. So, yeah, I must have missed it. We'll do it. Get it all done. Be back with you guys after it's done. Alright, that's that field complete. It did flip over time, so it looks like it does sell them. But I don't know how much we really got out of that. It didn't seem like we got a whole lot out of that. Well, I guess there wasn't that much in there because a lot of it's in those pallets out on the 1,060 is what it looks like. Okay, alright, well. It was 1,060 for how much is in one of these pallets? 700 liters. So pretty much like a pallet and a half, because it was about a pallet and a half that was in there storing, I think. Maybe 2 pallets, but around that. So there's still plenty of soybeans in there, so I think if you would average that out over time and comparing to just selling it, you probably make a little bit more money. It's just a longer, drawn-out process. I mean, you have to, right? Why would you do it otherwise? You'd have to. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling right now, gang. Who knows? So the other thing we got to do on this field is we got to roll this field too. I don't think the field will need lime, but maybe it does. I probably should look at that really quick. As a matter of fact, we're going to. It does need lime. Okay. All right. It needs lime and it needs rolling. So we've got to do multiple things here. We really don't have enough tractors to do all of what we're wanting to accomplish today. So what we'll probably do is we'll unload this here. I know it's kind of in an awkward spot. Really don't have anywhere else to put this stuff right now, though. So it's just going to have to go there for now. We're going to need a lot of lime for this. There's going to be a lot of back and forth on the lime. So we're going to go ahead and buy some lime out of our nice buying silo that we got here in the last episode. One of the many things we did in the last episode. And we need to put this on a worker as well, more than likely. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't run, don't kill any crop. Thing's heavy, I'm telling you. Filled it up too much again. Just sliding all over the place. Oh, there we go. We're going to kill crop. Yep. The front wheels are in the air. This is way too much, way too heavy. That's what I was talking about. I think I'm going to have to put it on the Fiat. I think we're going to have to flip this around. But that's fine. I got a front attacher on this one, so I can buy another mower and stick it on the front of this to save us some time, and I probably will do that today. Because mowing is, as much as we've done of the mowing, it's not going to stop, right? It's just not. It's just simply not going to stop. Every time we buy a new plot of land, we're mowing again. We didn't kill that much crop, so we should be okay, actually. It's just a tiny little portion there. Not too bad. Still disappointing, but not too bad. It does have a nice width, this sprayer, so that's good for us. It doesn't take us as long to accomplish this. Yeah, it's probably that field or the field right below us. I think it's going to be this one right below us here that has the track going right through the middle of it. The next field we buy. It won't be today. We don't really have any income except for that grass up there, which, granted, that grass will make us a good chunk of money. It's not time to buy it yet. Let's put it that way. We've got some other things we need to accomplish first. More realistically, once we get the funds from the grass that we sell, the silage, excuse me, we've got some other things to buy for the farm specifically. I want to do some upgrades. I want to get some stuff that's a little bit easier for us to manage and run the farm. And what I mean by that is just make some equipment, hopefully, that's a little bit wider. Doesn't take as long to do this, because we're now getting into the point where we've got a lot of fields, and when some of them may be close to being ready or ready at the exact same time, so we're going to be kind of running all over the place, doing a lot of stuff. We've only got one harvester. There is no other harvester, unfortunately, to choose from. I mean, that's the extent. That's it. There's no other one that's within our price range and our horsepower limit that we can utilize. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. So, if we're only able to harvest something once, we need to have a lot of the other tractors and equipment that can speed up the process for whenever we do harvest, so we can go immediately and re-drill that immediately. This sprayer is definitely helping the process. You can see this is not taking us any time at all to get through this massive field, because the width of this is just, it's so large. But the rest of the stuff we have, the roller is a prime example, among other things, are not that way. They are, well, to put it frank, they are very small equipments, so we need to upgrade those. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. We'll get this lime finished, and then I'm going to take this off and and then put a worker on the roller and get rolling, and then we will get mowing the grass after we buy the front mower. Missed a little bit there. We'll have to come back and touch that up. I should probably add the quickie front loader attacher on at least one of the other tractors so we can just kind of alternate between tractors as need be, right? I probably should. I'm going to have to fill this up again. So I'm considering, with the hydroponic greenhouse there, I'm considering actually distributing it to our red barn over there, the lettuce, and then do that for, you know, an episode or two, and then distribute some tomatoes and doing mixed salad. That's what I'm considering doing. I think that will make us more money in the long run. Probably will do it in this episode. Just trying to do everything I can to make us more money, because we need it for all the reasons I just listed prior. I just think from a standpoint of this challenge, it's going to make our lives so much easier if we have some other equipment that's a little bit wider. New drill would be great. I don't think there's going to be anything out there that's a direct drill that is more suitable for our horsepower requirement than what we currently have, but I know there's at least one out there that has a really long width, but it's 100. I think it only requires 180 horsepower, which is good, but the problem with it is I think it's not a direct drill, and I would prefer a direct drill if at all possible. So it's a problem. We can buy that one. It just means that it would take even longer, right? We'd have to have even more stuff. We'd have to cultivate every time, and the cultivator we have is very small. We could get a bigger cultivator, a separate cultivator than what we currently have. We could get a second one, one that doesn't allow, you know, create new fields. That's probably a little bit bigger. But, I mean, that has to be fixed. That little portion right there has got to be fixed. I just did a wheelie. So we got a lot of things to think about is what I'm trying to get at here, gang. Kind of rambling a little bit, but I like telling you guys where my mind's at, what I'm thinking. There are a ton of us now doing this challenge, by the way. It continues to grow. Links for everyone that I know of that's doing the challenge at the time of this recording will be down below in the description. Go give them a follow, a subscribe if you haven't done so. A lot of small channels like mine that are out there trying to do this, so it's great to see. So support them if you can. Go ahead and put this away. And we're going to throw a worker on this for rolling. We're going to get this roller going. Okay, it didn't attach it. What a dummy! We got it that time. Come on, unload. Here we go. Thing takes forever to unload too. Be hard to see with the lime on here as well. So another reason to put a worker on it. Worker will miss some parts, but that's okay. And we should go around the headland like we always do, but we're not going to right now. We'll just put it on a worker and see how they do. We can look at the map later on and kind of figure it out. Alright, get going, worker. I know we are spending a lot of money on workers. I know that. So let's buy a front mower. Potentially, I don't know how much they are, but potentially even upgrade the mowers. So 8.3 meters. Oh, there is one out. The same one we have is out here for sale. Actually, we would make money by buying the used one. We would make money by selling that one and buying the used one. 25.5 hours. It has a higher chance of breaking down, though, by doing that. Ooh, look at this sprayer out here. 33 meters. Ours is 24, so there's one of those things I was talking about, you know, increasing the yield of some stuff. We could definitely get that cedar as well. I want to do some other things besides cereal crop stuff. I want to do, you know, sunflowers and corn and all that good stuff, too. We got to buy all that stuff to do it, though. Let's get the mowers here. Where are my mowers at? I'm blind. They're there. So probably this one. This is what we bought last time. But let's just peek out here and see if there's anything out here better. That's expensive. 75 grand? Man. Wow. There are some expensive mowers. That puts it into a swath, which would be nice. That would remove the ability for us to need a swather. But that will be in the future, I guess. The other thing we could potentially look at, we probably can't do it right now, but the other thing we could potentially look at is yeah, getting one of these, but they're so expensive we can't afford to even buy that right now. Getting a swather, right? I mean, that's the other thing we could potentially do. About 100 grand. There is a John Deere out here for 14,500. 4.5 meter width. It's not a very large width. What we're doing now is already better than that. I mean, these are 9.2, which those could technically work. But that would be 100 grand. We had to find 100 grand to get that done. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. So, based off of that, we barely have enough to even buy what I wanted to buy for the mower. So because of that reason, I think we're just gonna stick with what we have for now. And maybe eventually we'll upgrade and get one of those swather things when we have enough money. If we didn't spend so much money on our yard and upgrades to it, we probably could get it now. But since we did, we cannot. Because we had $200-some thousand. It was a lot of money. We used a lot of money. So I'm going to go ahead and flip off camera here, gang. We'll get this mowed. Actually, let's fill this up for the worker. Get him back going. He needs fertilizer. There is some fertilizer we have right here, but we're going to have to fill it up anyway with seed. There's not that much seed left. So, we'll get that done too. Real quick. All right, gang, we're finishing up here, and it has started to rain, so that has put a little bit of a damper on our plans today, but regardless, we should still be able to get all this windrowed up and easily put into the forage wagon. Now, as far as the rest of our plans go, I was originally, I think I talked to you about it, originally my plan was to take this field and combine it with that field over there. We may still end up doing that, but I kind of think I might want to turn that into another field all by itself, a separate field all by itself. I have a lot of fields going at the same time. Smaller fields, I just feel like it's the better way to go. The one that we're actively working on now, the workers rolling right now, I don't think I'd want to, well, actually I shouldn't even put this right here. We got a windrow. I don't think I want to go any bigger than that. I think that's the biggest we will ever go on this series. Any bigger than that, I think it's going to take too long, and it's just way too much effort. So that will be the biggest one we ever get. And like I said, eventually, as we continue to put down more different kinds of placeables, it probably will continue to shrink. But it is still, no matter what, will probably be the biggest one we've ever done. So I'll get this windrowed, gang, and then when I'm done with that, I will be back with you guys. We'll get into the forage wagon. We'll jump straight into a time lapse. I probably won't even, I maybe will, but I probably won't even talk with you guys when I get back. It'll probably just be finishing this and with the beginning of the time lapse, the last pass, and then straight into the forage wagon and pick all this up. So we're going to get this done. We'll get it into our silage silo, get that going, and then that way we can make a little bit of money today. It won't be that much. It won't be as much as it has been because it's not as big of a field, but it should still be a decent payday. We have these trees as well we could cut down since it's now raining. It doesn't look like it's going to rain all day, but it is raining for now. So we have some other things we can do to make us some money. But we got to get this done first thing first. So I'll be back with you guys shortly. So I've changed my mind, gang. We are going to make this a field for sure. And instead of working on trying to upgrade some of our other equipment that we utilize for the fields, we're going to upgrade the equipment we use to mow. This is taking an eternity. So, yeah, we're going to get a bigger mower, and if we can get that swather, we'll get it, great, but if not, we'll get a bigger mower, and definitely a bigger windrower. Definitely. It's just taking forever. So, I'm going to get this done, be back with you guys. Just want to talk to you guys and let you know that After doing this again for the second time, because we did it on that field and it took forever, we're gonna get more mowing stuff. That's our first objective once we start making some money. Be back with you guys when it's done. Alright, gang, we're nearly done here. Still raining. It looks like the rain's gonna end here soon. I do love the way that the water, the river there looks with the rain, though. Just looks really cool. It is a little dark and gruesome out, but for the most part, I do really like the way that it looks. So we'll go ahead and get this done. We'll throw in a time lapse here right now, finishing up this windrowing. Go put the windrower away. Excuse me. Grabbing our forge wagon, picking all this up, throw it into the silo, and then we will see where we're at from there. Ideally, we would potentially start cultivating this field, but we'll have to see where we're at. I would also like to sell all of the items that we have, and then move our lettuce to distributing to our red barn in preparation for making the mixed salad that I had discussed earlier in the episode. So those are kind of the objectives I wanted to accomplish today. There's one other thing I want to do. I'm not sure where I want to put it yet, but there is one other thing I want to do. It will literally just be kind of planning for the future. Something will be placed, but it will be planning for the future. I don't want to give it away just yet. I want you to keep watching. At least for now. But we'll see. Be back with you guys once we get all of this loaded up into our little silo to turn into silage. Well, we got a bunch of silage in there already. Probably close to 60,000 liters. It's going to shift over into our methane plant immediately when 1 o'clock hits. And then once 2 o'clock hits, we should make a good chunk of change. So the first thing I'm thinking about doing once all of that is done is probably upgrading our forage wagon and our windrower. Those are the two most important things, I think. They just take the longest. The mowing takes a while, don't get me wrong, but we could put another mower on the front and that'll speed it up a little bit in the interim. But maybe we'll make enough money where we can get all three, but probably not. We'll probably have to pick 2 of the 3, maybe even 1 of the 3. I'm not sure which one I will pick. It probably will be the windrower, if I could only buy 1. But I want a pretty big windrower, so everything should have just flipped over into the methane plant, so that's good. Quick save here. If I look at windrowers in here, as far as the big ones go, they're around, 60 to 90,000. The 62,000 one's probably the one I'd go with. It's not a big difference between 4.7 and 15 meters, so I'd probably go with that one. So, yeah, those are going to be much better than what we have been doing. It's going to double our... Yeah, it's going to more than double. Some of them will. Well, no, about double. It'll be doubling it. So I can look out in the mod hub and see if there's anything else out there for windrower. There might be. There might be some bigger ones out there. I probably will look. Windrowers don't take a whole lot of horsepower, which is the nice thing, so we should be able to get really large windrowers. They're just going to cost a lot more money to do so. But if we're going to continue to keep buying plots of land and continue to mow, and that's what we've been doing a lot of, I think it makes sense for us to spend the money on it, because that's never going to stop. And we make a lot of money off of silage too, because we flip it into the methane plant, right? So we make a lot of money off of that. I want to get... I know I did sorghum over there. If we do make this field a field, which I think we're going to, I'm probably going to put in wheat or oat. Maybe barley, but wheat or oat. Probably oat. I want to get straw, because we can put straw in that methane plant as well, and straw gives you a lot more methane than silage does. So we probably need to take a look at it too and see. I would assume the building that we have that's utilizing the digestate to turn into fertilizer is probably getting pretty close to being full, if it's not already. So if it is, we could sell some of that digestate as well. Cut across right here. So I probably won't put another time-lapse in of this. I just did a nice long time-lapse of this. You got to see it. I mean, it's just the same thing. I'll just jump cut, finish this up, and I'll be back with you guys when we're done. All right, gang, we almost have the field done here. There's some little pieces of scrap around. We got one little line here. Probably not enough to really fill this all the way up to max, but we'll get what we can get, though. We are about ready to flip over to 2 o'clock, so we will see how much money we made off the first portion there. It was not a full hour, obviously, of me loading stuff in the first section, so I would expect when we hit over at 3 o'clock, we'll make even more. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. 1 minute to go. Just figured I'd put this on so you guys can see me flipping the time up there, the amount up there, so we can actually together see how much money we're going to be working with here, at least initially. Nice. Up to 63,278. We'll probably be up to 120-ish thousand more than likely when this is all said and done. I'm just going to pick up these scraps here. We'll head back. We'll dump this into our silage silo. And we're probably going to take a look at upgrading our windrower immediately. So I had a little more thinking. I kind of teased a little bit of something I wanted to add to the farm. I think we're going to wait until the next episode to do that. I was planning on doing it today. I think we'll wait till the next episode. I think we're going to start at least doing the outline of drilling this field. I don't think we'll do the whole field today. I'm going to leave a good portion of the flat area down here not drilled on purpose. But I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to sell the rest of the products we have here. We're also going to, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. We'll head over here to our greenhouse. We're going to flip it to distributing, whatever. And we'll go to distributing. There we go. Close the door back. I'm going to sell all this lettuce right now. No other pallets should spawn as long as I did that correctly. They all should be flipping over to distributing now. Probably won't happen till the next hour or maybe even at night. I don't know. It always seems like they're always different. Some do every hour, others do at night. It's kind of a weird process. Wool. We'll leave the wool. I don't think the wool's ready. We need to get them some water and move one of those grass bales in there for them. We need to sell these, but I will probably hook up the trailer for that. I don't want to carry these one by one all the way over there. We are still selling all of that, but we made 12 grand off of that lettuce, which is phenomenal. So let's go ahead and put this away. We don't need it anymore today. I have to realign that. That was a terrible job there, Z. Thinking a real big. Till we get some kind of car, I'm just going to keep putting this in there. I don't see any reason why not to put it. I don't even know if we're going to get a car. We probably won't, honestly. Okay. So, with that, let's get the Fiat, which is over there. The worker had completed the rolling. I'm sure you noticed that already. But let's get that. Just going to put an outline in. It'll probably be kind of where we mowed at. I'm probably not going to... I'm going to try to make a straight line-ish here, where this is really flat, where our front loader is. I'm going to try to keep that there on purpose. We may end up expanding the actual field into this portion at some point, but I'm going to keep it there on purpose because I have plans for stuff that needs to really have flat land like that. So we're going to try to utilize it to the best of our ability. You know what? I'm going to move this over here on this side. Because I got to get that windrower out because we're going to get a new windrower, like I said. I'm going to look at Mod Hub before I do it, though. It may not be this episode when we buy the windrower. We'll have to see. We don't really need it right now, so... I mean, I don't think we necessarily have to buy it right now. But we could. Garage is getting full, man. Our barn is, whatever you want to call it, our shed. It's getting full. Getting full real quickly. Real quick. But overall, this place has really come together in the last couple of episodes. This is going to take a while to get this done. This is going to be a while. Let's put it that way. I'm going to leave a pass here, a grassy pass here, between that field and this field for now until we decide, later on if we decide we want to connect them. This is going to take a while to do. So that's why I think we're just going to do an outline today. And probably finish it up in the next episode. The hill is immense. It's going to take us a lot just to get up to the top of this hill. I was considering making this an actual grass field, or even just letting it just continue to regrow and utilizing the grass that's there. But I kind of changed my mind when I was in the middle of mowing it. Probably shouldn't have. I really need another tractor that has... I mean, it can have the same amount of power, but it just needs to have a little bit more oomph to the torque so we can get up this hill faster. Has a little more power to it. I understand that, you know, the power when you're pulling something is going to be relying on whatever that can actually utilize, but you get what I mean. But we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, our first focus is upgrading all of the mowing stuff. We don't have enough to buy that big swather, even though I'd love to have it. We don't have enough to buy that yet. We probably will, maybe, when we hit 2 o'clock, which is kind of what I'm waiting on. That's the reason why I haven't really bought anything yet. Because if we get that, then we can get rid of a lot of stuff. We can get rid of the windrower. We can get rid of the mowers, which will give us some money back. If we get rid of those now, we probably would be close to being able to buy it. I don't remember how much the header is for it. I'll have to look into that. But that basically kills 2 jobs at the same time for us, which is kind of what I mentioned I wanted to do at the beginning, right? Figure out ways to shore up our time a little bit, make it easier on us, speed things up, because we have so much we're doing now. We've got a lot of fields. We're going to keep buying more and have more fields, so we've got to figure out ways to speed up this process so we can continue. Otherwise, we're really not even going to be able to buy any more fields. We're just going to be doing the same fields over and over again because we don't have enough time. We got to speed the process up. But it's a hard thing to do when you only have 200 horsepower. It's not an easy thing. 200 horsepower is not a lot. There's not a whole lot really we can upgrade to fix. We're going to try to keep this as straight as I can. It's probably not going to be perfectly straight, but I'm going to try. I've already kind of messed up. Not worrying about where we mowed the grass. Just trying to keep the tractor on a straight path. All that to the right can be there on purpose. More productions, more room for productions there. But without having to actually take over more of that land, which we probably will, honestly, but we have this here that doesn't have a crop in it, so we may as well try to utilize this as we can, when we can. Alright, the outline's done. I'm going to leave this kind of here in this vicinity because we're going to need it again. I'm going to speed time up a little bit, just so we can make that money quickly here. Oh, I forgot you could fold this up. Man, I'm a dummy. That saves us so much more room in our... There we go. Now we got all kinds of money. Look at that. Look at all that money we got now. So that should give us enough to buy the swather like I want. Yep. And then the combination's 25, so that gives us enough to buy it. Perfect. I don't know what the difference is. Swath ready maps. What does that mean? On swath ready maps. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what that means. I think this just mows. I don't think it actually swaths. I think that maybe that's what it is. This actually swaths. I mean, they're the same price. We're gonna get this one, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I guess we'll just utilize it as it's supposed to be. What brand do we want? What brand do we want? So we've got a case. We don't have a Challenger. We don't have a Heston. We don't have Massey Ferguson, right? We have John Deere. We have the Fiat, and then we have the case. So it's either, for me, it's the Heston or the Challenger. I think we're gonna go Heston. Which ones do we like better? I like those. Let's change the license plate, remove that. Okay, we bought it. Well, we got to get this one. What's this for? Oh, tedder. We might need one of those in the future when we start doing some more animals. Because we will do more animals in the future. You just get one that matches. Why not? Alright, so those will be up there. What we're going to do is grab this guy. We're going to pick up some of our equipment. We're going to take it back up to the shop. We're going to sell all that because we don't need it anymore. At least we shouldn't, as long as I did all of that correctly. We shouldn't need the mower, and we shouldn't need the windrower anymore. See you guys at the shop. Alright, gang, we are pulling back up here to the shop. I already got the mower up there in its location. And look at that. Look at that Heston. That's awesome. Awesome. I killed two birds with one stone. That was part of my objective. Alright, so... Oh, I guess I don't have the mower close enough there. But anyway, let's repaint it. We can repair it as well. So we rented that temporarily for about $2,000. We'll take it. Because I think we bought it for 10-ish in the used market. $20,000 out of that. Pfft, giddy up, baby. Alright, $44,000. Not enough to buy another plot of land, unfortunately, but next episode we should at least have something ready to harvest, and then hopefully at that point we can buy another plot of land. So let's go ahead and pick this up. Looks like we got a bag of lime here. We probably need to dink that back next time we have the trailer up here, which who knows when that'll be. This thing, man. This thing is sweet. Look at this thing. Whew. This is awesome. This is going to make our life so much easier. Can it even fit in there? Barely. I'm going to knock something over on it. We're going to hit that car. Guarantee it. Oh, it was the blue car this time. It wasn't the black car. Anyway, we didn't hit it. We got out. Let's do the help window on here. Let's take a look at everything we got here. Lower damper, turn on damp, draper. Swath dropping. Nice. Alright, well, I guess we will figure it out whenever we have some grass to mow. We currently do not have any grass to mow, so, but everything's looking good. So we're going to leave that episode there, gang. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. And I'm happy to get back to you on those. Subscribe to my other channel if you haven't done so already as well. And, man, look at that. That's a great view of that little foggy mist going on. But, till next time, gang, I'll see you all in the next episode.